You'll pop up and we'll know that we are live. We will see.
Yeah, it looks
in a minute.
How's it looking, everybody? Did we pop up finally?
It still says upcoming on YouTube.
It shows
Here
that
you
we're
go.
up on Facebook
Angie
right now.
up on
Okay, there they go.
Yep. Okay.
I guess it takes a minute to catch up. That's why people are like, I didn't see you or I didn't hear you. Okay, there they go.
Yep. Okay.
I guess it takes a minute to catch up.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
why.
that's mine on Becker.
I'm like, I recognize that voice.
That's me.
Oh, shucks. I just deleted something and I needed it. Oh, well, it's okay.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Shauna Foster. Terry T. Hey.
Everybody's popping in.
Ashley.
Thanks, you all, for popping in and checking us out this evening. And I don't know.
Spirits
Hopefully
have
it's
been
gonna be great
messing with our
technology work out.
electronics for weeks, Terry T. You are correct.
Hey, Ashley.
Crystal says she's on a plane, so yeah.
She's on her way to Ohio. Lord have mercy. Florida.
Florida.
Like, I didn't see it. And then she'll be on her way this way.
Oh, she's coming here?
Mm-hmm.
Was she here by Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's fantastic. Blue Ocean says hello, Don, Angie, and Kina. Hello back to you, Blue Ocean, as well. Brenda, welcome in. Janice, welcome in. Jasmine, good to see you. Lotus, good to see you. Folks popping in. Well,
Hi, Miss Brenda.
well, I just deleted the Happy Thanksgiving thing I did, that little video thing.
Oh, no.
Yes, I just hit the delete button by accident on my. So we will not be doing the Happy Thanksgiving thing. I may take a break real quick and run and get it
The
eventually.
day before Thanksgiving,
I know.
man.
So I may. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. I don't have to take a break. I'm gonna just reach over because it's in my bag. I think the hard drive.
And you know what? I'm going to get my blanket because everybody's taller than me. And you know how I don't like to be the odd one out. So I'm going to get my blanket to sit on.
It's just us on the screen, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. So, folks, tell us, how is anybody doing anything exciting for Thanksgiving out there, folks? Chat, tell us where you're going to be. Let us know what.
Has anyone already started cooking? You know, usually Thanksgiving cooking starts early.
I haven't. I did. I got the paneer ready with the. I poked it and put the garlic cloves in it, and so I've got that started already. But that's about as far as I've gotten.
Tina and I haven't even decided what we're going to eat yet. So
Not at all.
Well, the grocery stores are open tomorrow, thank goodness. So you'll at least be able to.
They are, because Brandon has to work tomorrow.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Brandon be working.
Good money. He's at work now.
Yeah, Angie said he's working a lot of hours. They're giving him lots of hours.
Yes, like he's probably
I'm about to
getting
go to
30 hours
Fry's.
a week. I'm about to go in there and tell them, y'all do know my baby 16.
Oh,
Can
Lord.
you explain to me how Jeff Bezos can right before Christmas lay off 10,000 people?
I heard. Well,
How
you
is
know,
that?
I used to work at one of my old employers. I won't say their name, but they used to do that every Thanksgiving, every Christmas. We were laying off 700, 400, 500 people every year. And they would wait until just before Thanksgiving
They trash.
and just before Christmas.
Yeah, but how is it that when Amazon's going to see a slam of business for Christmas, they can lay off 10,000? I said I can't. It doesn't even make sense to me how they can. I mean, the numbers alone don't work. I don't get it. We'll see though. Maybe it's that. Maybe a lot of the computerized technology going in there is getting rid of the people. I don't know.
No, because they're begging for people all the time.
Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Something doesn't sound right.
At our facility, they're always begging.
They're always begging for people.
Yeah, to me, something didn't sound right. I didn't know what it was.
I do have to make two announcements. One, post your question. Don't come in here and ask, did I get added? Post your question It'll be tagged, and then Keena will put the list at the end. Don't keep asking us if you made the list. You'll see your name at the bottom. We're not going to keep telling you over and over. Someone inboxed me today and said that someone with the Sonora Mystic Tarot inboxed their child, and they ended up paying this person. I said, well, I can recall early this morning, Dawn said multiple times, do not go to these inboxes, and was, telling these people not to, that it wasn't okay. So again, we would never inbox you for a reading. Do not reply to any of those readings. Actually report those people because they are scamming you. We do not solicit you for readings. We are doing this free. Think about it. If we're doing this free, why would we then, during the actual reading, tag you and say, hey, inbox me for a reading? We're doing it free. So don't respond to any of them. Report them and move on. We do not solicit you for any readings. I'm sorry to the person who ended up being scammed by this person, and they noticed afterward that the name was spelled different. Where yours is Sonoran, this person was Sonora, and they only got $15 out of them. But still, imagine enough people, them getting $15 over and over and over and over again. So we do not solicit you. Do not respond. Do not go into any inboxes. We do not in any way contact you for a reading. If you want a private reading, you contact us and we respond. We do not solicit you in that way. So please do not get scammed by anyone thinking that they are us. Never. Even if it looks exactly like my page, I would never inbox you. Let me tell you, it's hard enough reading y'all on live. I'm not about to be contacting y'all one by one talking about, do you want to read it? Okay.
Exactly. And if you see friend requests from me, they're not from me. I do not send friend requests. You will not see, and it's not personal. Don't take it personal. I just don't send friend requests because I don't want to set up a situation where someone could fall for something. So I never send friend requests. If you see a friend request, you'll know it's not truly from me because I don't send friend requests. I love when you follow. I love that. But I'm not sending you a thing saying, please follow me. It doesn't work. I don't do it. And Angie doesn't do it. And I know that Shauna doesn't do it. We don't have time to do it. If there's just too much to do to help people, that it's like, no, it doesn't work. So keep that in mind, folks, please.
For the people who are saying, can I be added to the list? You're not added to the list until you put a question on there. We need to see a question that you're asking before we will post your comment, or we will save your comment. So you have to put a question. Don't just say, is the list closed, or can I be added to the list? Just post your question, and then your question will be tagged.
And Angie and Keena and I are sending you these warm wishes. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And then,
all right, everybody. I hope that you all are in some place warm, because I am freezing. I closed all my windows and doors and turned the heat up. I am freezing, and I'm sitting on a heating pad.
Hopefully it's not an old lady spirit, because sometimes the old lady spirits do that to you, So
no, I'm always.
And by the way, everybody, don't forget, if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, and with that said, let's get to it. Who do we have first, Keena?
Again, do not ask, can you get on the list? Post your question. We do not add you to the list until you post a question. So all of you saying, can I get on the list? That's not the question that you're asking about your reading tonight. So please post an actual question. Don, I'll let you go first because I've talked to this person about this situation before.
Oh, who do we have? Oh, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. I'll take a love reading, please. Oh, Angie, you're so kind to give me a love reading.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go off the camera. Not all done with the chit chat.
Oh, love reading. Okay, Crystal, I'll give you a love reading, Crystal. Oh my. Why are you doing this to me, Crystal? Let me get the other deck out because this deck is not drawing me to a love reading. Hold 1 second. Hold 1 second. Do.
I immediately get that you're being bratty. I just keep hearing you're being a brat about the situation. But you can go ahead, Don, first.
It's interesting because it's like you when I see this, it's like you don't have I don't know, it's a target situation. It's like, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like you have to set your sights on what it is you want. I'm not quite sure you know what you want yet. And that's part of the problem because, again, you have to set your sights. You have to point your arrow if you're going to be looking to bring somebody down. And it's funny that is a bow and arrow in this one. So it's kind of interesting that, Cupid kind of deal. But it's interesting, again, the other thing that comes with that is a reflection of a reflective feeling or reflective time. So again, do some inward look first before you get into a relationship, because again, you got to make sure that the relationship is going to work for you, but whether you're going to work for it, whether you have, whether you've let go of the baggage from the past relationships, whether you're going to bring them into this relationship, whether you're ready for that, or what it is you're looking for, all those kind of things.
Someone says that our banner says Susan Grayson, but for me, it says Don and Angie. So I don't know what they're, maybe, I don't know. Kina, did you change it?
Let me look, because mine didn't say that. I typed it in earlier when I set up the thing.
It says, mine says Angie of A5Says,
so
but they're
mine.
saying that they see Susan. I don't know what maybe they're looking. Are you looking at they're on the live, but, the one at the bottom. Oh, the email that's going across the bottom. Wait, where? Oh, Kina just changed it.
Okay, I could say, because my thing says Angie Lewis everywhere.
Okay, Kina changed it. It was a scroll against the bottom. Okay.
All right then. Anyway, so with that said, it seems like, again, do some inside, do a little bit of soul searching first, do a little reflection, and make sure you're ready for it, but also make sure you're ready to pass beyond what it is that has not worked in the past, and the things that you bring into the new relationship, like carrying it with you. Let that luggage go, and more importantly, make sure you know what you're looking for, and because when you go looking, if you don't settle, the settling is not good. Know what you're looking for, so when you find what you're looking for, you'll know it to be the one. So there you go.
I get that you like the attention, and when the attention fades, then you want someone else new who gets a chance. So you like having multiple people give you attention. So if this person's texting me, this person texting me, this person telling me I'm beautiful, this person telling me, and this person desiring, you like all of the attention is what they're telling me, is that you like the attention. And when one person isn't giving you the attention that you want, you just look for a new source of attention. You do like this person, but you're overlooking red flags. And what they're saying is, if there are things that you don't like now, there are things that you're not going to like later. So be aware of what is your walk away? What is your bottom line? Where do you draw the line? What is it that this person, where is it that you have no more compromise? So that's where you need to know, where is your walk away? Like, what is it that this person does that makes me be like, yeah, I'm good. And so they're saying, don't let red flags look pink. If there's something that you don't like now, you're not going to like it later. And it's going to irritate you to the point where it's going to be a knockout, drag out. And I do feel like when you get angry, you're a little bit reckless in your wording. And so they're saying, if you want to salvage this, be aware of your walk away and the red flags, but also just be honest about whether you actually want this to move forward or whether you just want the attention from this person. Because if it's just the attention, then it's not going to be a long-term thing. But definitely. And then if you're asking for a love reading, is there something that you're suspecting that you don't like that you may want to walk away from? Is how they're giving it to me. Like, what is it that is prompting you to ask, even in a joking way? What is it that's prompting you to ask about something regarding love? So that's what I got. Just again, know the red flags that prompt you, and then know what is your walk away. Like, this is behavior that I can't take. So that's what I got. That's all I got done.
Angel Euphoria Tiffany. Thank you for coming in. You're welcome to stay, but you're not welcome to be sending people asking for DMs in our group. You
So
can
all
offer
of those people that were contacted by Angel, just go ahead and block her. Do not respond to her, block her, and report her. Please
and
report
report
her
her.
because she's kind of rude at this point.
So, already, Lord have mercy.
I love it. Who's next, Keena? For Blue Ocean, and I wanted to make sure this wasn't just me looking at your name and thinking that I see you in a hammock on a beach, just like white sandy beach, looking out into the clear blue water. So if this is what you desire, you just want to get away. You want some time to refresh, to rejuvenate, but you don't see how it's going to happen. And what they're saying is even a small getaway is a getaway. You don't have to take a 7-day trip. You could take a 2-day. You could take a 24-hour trip. You just need some time to yourself. And so they're showing me you wanting to just lay there leisurely and not have any responsibilities or anything to do. And they're saying, scale it down a bit. We know what you want, the spectacular, but if it's more affordable for you to have something smaller or something overnight, then to go that route. So they're saying what I'm getting is you do need this time to rest and rejuvenate, but you may not get it on the amount of time that you want. Take what you can get now and then expand. Like maybe get 1 day this time or 2 days this time, and then 3 days and then 5 days, but build up to it. But you do at least need 1 day of just rest, not where you're cooking and cleaning or where you're, not doing actual work related things, where you're just kind of laying around and being leisurely. On Sunday, that's what I did. I didn't go live at all. I just kind of laid around leisurely. I wasn't on the phone too much. And I just kind of laid around and slept because my body was tired and mentally I wasn't there prepared to do reading. So sometimes you just need a day where you just rest and you do nothing. And so I'm getting that you need that rest and rejuvenation, Miss Blue Ocean. So that's what I got for Blue Ocean now.
Let me see what I get for Blue Ocean. I'm using tonight the new tarot deck that I bought. It's called the Tarot of the Divine. It's a very cool deck.
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, the images are really striking. So I'm very pleased with it. So Blue Ocean, the one thing that comes to me, I'm getting lots of coins here. I have the King of Swords, which is you. It's that energy, that strong energy, that determined energy. And it's you in control of your finances, watching your finances. And the 9 of coins is here, along with the 6 of coins and the 6 of wands. And so again, you have been watching your pennies for a while. You've been budgeting and being very, very conscientious of how you spend money. And that's been a good thing. And that's the 6. So the 6 is telling us, the 6 of coins is telling us again, it's been a journey. You've been a while doing it. And the 6 of wands is like, you've had little pitfalls here and there, like you didn't plan for a vehicle repair and boom, it pops up and it takes a little bit away. And then you didn't plan for this and that. But the good part to know is that it's paying off. So the end of the cycle where you're going to need or where it's going to be required for you to be watching your pennies and pinching your pennies and focusing on your budget, that period is coming to an end soon. So know that as we get into early next year, you're going to see money free up and flow up. You're going to see a change of kind of like a flip of the script in a little bit, and you're going to have some more free money sitting around. And when I don't mean free money as free as it didn't cost you. What I mean is you're going to have money available, more money available to be able to now let off the brakes a bit and maybe enjoy a little more than you would have, because again, you've been spending a lot of time watching your pennies. And so now you're going to be going into a period where a little bit more money is going to find its way to you, and you'll be able to, again, enjoy a little bit. So keep an eye out for February, March of this coming year as your economics change, and enjoy life a little bit more when it does. Again, the money will be there. Just enjoy the rest, okay? And that's what I'm seeing.
All right. Well, that's good, Blue Ocean. She said I was spot on about her needing the vacation. I just literally see her needing to just exhale.
Nice. So then I think Blue Ocean, you need to make some reservations. Get some reservations done. But do it
There's
for
a lot of vacation places that you could just go and like, get away from everybody and just kind of lay in like a resort in town. So consider that, or just sometimes just getting away from literally locking myself in my room, having a bowl of popcorn and a glass of wine, watching one of my shows mindlessly. I'm into Dead to Me. Uh, Oh my gosh, Don, I don't know if you watched that, but you know Christina Applegate, you know, she's the person in it, right?
Mhm.
And you know she has MS now, right?
I just
And
found that out.
and so she got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and you know she was in a wheelchair. She said the final season they literally had to hold her up. Like a lot of the scenes, it's people propping her up that you can't see because it was so bad. But she wanted us to have closure on the last season, so she, you know, pushed through it. And I had to rewatch season 1 and 2 because I forgot everything. Like it's been such a long time, and I'm about to start season 3, but I heard that it was extremely painful for her, and she just wanted us to have closure on it. So this was the final season, but it was really, really excruciating. I heard for her.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that until I saw her at the Walk of Fame,
Yeah,
and I looked at her and I'm thinking, who is that person? Because she doesn't look like herself. And then she was happened to be helped up, and I also it was Peg. I think it was Peg Bundy, who was doing the speech for her. You know, and talking about how how they played mother and daughter, but they became very good friends and trusted allies in the business. And then I read a little more and I heard about the MS. And you're right. She said it was so painful that it almost killed her, but she was determined to get through it because she felt that she owed that to the fans who had followed, you know.
because I
And
think the first stall was COVID. Like that was the first thing that shut down production, and then like that cleared up, and then it was this, and so I was just like, oh my gosh. But it was such a good show, and it had so much potential. Like I really loved it. It's a twisted little show when you get into the details of. Janet says she loves it. Don't tell me, Janet, what it's about. People have been watching. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have to watch the last season.
Well, and the thing is she has become. It's amazing. You know, these child actors sometimes they don't break through as adults because they don't have it. They had it as kids, but not as adults. She's one of the ones that did. I mean, there's a number of those kids that really have transcended beyond, and she's one of them. And she's been in a number of things, and people really respect her acting. So it was look at from 227. What's her name?
King.
Yeah, Regina King. I mean, when you look at her at 227, you're thinking this is a child actor who probably won't go on. And now she has an Oscar winner.
I love her on Big Bang Theory when she plays the HR person.
Yes.
Oh my God, she's had so many different roles. Like you look at her, she's been on so many different things. I love her and all the things that she's done.
And what's interesting is her acting ability is translatable to the big screen, the little screen, and everything in between. Where some people are good on the big screen, but they really don't translate well because of the way they act and stuff.
She does commercials and everything, and the commercials don't seem far-fetched.
Exactly. Yep. I love it. So yeah, you're right. I love her. There's just a few of them who've broken through, but when they do, it's just cool to see it. And you kind of own them. You kind of love them anyway. It's like, that's like we were talking earlier today about Janet Jackson. And, a lot of folks may not remember, but Janet Jackson was not a singer at first. Janet Jackson was a little actress, and she played on Good Times. She was Good Times, and she played in a few different shows before she got into singing. And so, and she was
she was on Fame.
She was in Fame, yep. And then she went on to make hits, and then she went back and made movies, and she's made a few with Tyler Perry and some other people. But she'll always be my dear little Janet, because when she smiles, I still see little Janet. I can't help it. I just adore her. So she's another one. They translate but not everyone does. Not everyone does. So
all right, Tina, who's next?
And again, everybody, before we start, this is from us to you, from Angie, Kina, and myself to you. And even if you are in a country like, I know Canada has already had their Thanksgiving last month, but even if you're in a country that doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, know that we are sending our blessings, love, and well wishes to you and your family in the spirit of Thanksgiving to everybody. So everybody can join in with the spirit, whether you celebrate it or not, because we're sending it your way. So
I love that commercial, Donald, for one. I just love every time you put it up. And I always
Thanks,
think
Angie.
that's going to be a paid sponsor. I love it. For Miss Jasmine, while the commercial was playing, I kept saying, what information do you have for Jasmine? And they showed me a dove. And I thought, oh, pure love, dove. But then they showed me a caged dove, like you were trying to escape a situation, like you're in a cage and you're trying to get away, but something is holding you back. There's nothing physically holding you back, but there's a magnetic pull, or there's some kind of emotional pull that is holding you back. So are you trying to get out of a situation and then you're trying to see what's coming for you before you leave a situation? Because they showed me a caged dove. So you feel like you're trapped. Even if it's not a love situation, you're trying to escape something or leave some situation before you get out and find love. So you feel trapped. They're definitely showing me like your purity, you're the dove, and you feel caged or trapped in this situation. So whatever this situation is, it's either your home life, or it doesn't seem to be work. It seems to be family or home life that you're feeling stuck in, and you're wanting to escape from that, but something keeps pulling you back, because technically you're outside of the cage as they show it to me, but something is holding you where you're not moving. You're outside of it, but you can't ascend and you can't go because something is pulling you back, or some force is holding you. So you have to figure out what that is holding you and why you're not allowing yourself to move forward. So I'm getting that you're not technically ready for love because you haven't discovered what it is that's holding you back from moving forward in your life. Something is holding you back, and you need to figure out what that is that's holding you back, whether it's family ties, an ending of a bad relationship, or whatever it is. Something is holding you back, so you're not ready to move forward until you can let this go, because you don't want to start a new relationship and then you're stuck here and this person has to come down instead of you both ascending together. So you're going to pull somebody down. If you're not mentally, I always say that 10 years ago, Angie was not ready for a husband. She was still just not mature enough and ready for a husband. But this Angie and all the lessons that she's learned is ready for a husband. So it could be that you just are not ready for love in that way. And that's what I got down.
Super, super. Welcome in, by the way, Patricia, and thank you for the wishes. Also, Kim Diaz, welcome in, and Soneria. Soneria, is that how you say that? I don't know exactly how you would say that.
Kim is in Belgium.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in.
Nice. Worldwide, Don. We're worldwide. I love it.
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide.
Worldwide. We're international.
Call me Mr. Worldwide. And Janet, nice to see you in, Janet. Thank you so much for coming in as well. So with that, now back to where we're back to Jasmine, right? Jasmine.
Mm-hmm. Jasmine, are you still here?
Jasmine, did you desert us?
Keena said, told y'all we global.
Mm-hmm. I think Jasmine left us. Oh my goodness, Jasmine.
All right, Jasmine. Well, I gave you what I said.
No, she's here. Okay. All right, Jasmine. Did anything Angie said resonate with you? Can you willing to share there? What's going on there? Hey, Paula. Nice to see you in as well. Nice to see you in. No, I'm here, and Lo. Oh, no, Lo is Shopaholic. Ooh, that's a name for me right there. Shopaholic. I'm loving it. Don't forget, folks, if you've subscribed on Angie's page or on my page, if you could do me a favor and go to the opposite. So if you're on mine, go to Angie's and subscribe on her YouTube page. And if you're on Angie's, go over to mine and subscribe. Mine's Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Angie's is it Angie Lewis or A5Says? Which one is it, Angie?
A5Says.
A5Says. And then the same thing with Facebook. If you're on one of them, go to the other, and you can do them both. So if you don't mind, we would love you to do that. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, and even make some comments. We love it all.
So Jasmine says she don't know. She says, I'm not sure if I continue with this particular person or move on. That is exactly what I said, Jasmine. That's something that you're in some kind of situation that is holding you back, either a love situation or a family situation, but you're not ready to move on. And you're trying to find out what's out there for you before you decide to go. And so in this situation, you're not ready to go. You're not ready for new love because you haven't totally disconnected for that love. Think about it. It's not fair to me as a new person if you haven't totally disconnected to that person. Would you want to date you in the state that you're in? I have to keep telling that to people. If you met you, would you want to date you in the situation that you're in now? If you knew all the things about you and you met you, would you want to date you? So in the situation that you're in where you don't know whether you want to stay or leave, would you want to meet you and date you knowing that you haven't left the situation you're in? End one or stay, but you have to make the decision. Don't pull somebody else into a situation that you're not sure about. Be sure about what you want. There is something that is either holding you there, like I said earlier, something is keeping you in this relationship, so something is holding you there. You have to figure out, is it the attention? Is it the money? Is it the sex? What is it that is keeping you in this situation that is making you not want to go? So once you figure that out, then you can decide if it's enough to keep you there fully or if you should just move on. But don't call somebody else into that situation where you're not sure what you want to do.
Super, super. And while we're at it, folks, please don't forget. And in about 55 minutes, it's going to be a little surprise. So if you're still watching, in 55 minutes, you will see a nice little surprise coming your way. So it's a teaser, by the way. We're teasing. So 55 minutes.
Ooh, what is it? What is it? What is it?
55.
All right, Don, that's all I have for Miss Jasmine.
All right,
she
super.
did say, well, she just said, okay, thank you to that last part.
Super. So who is next, Kina?
Oh, and Scenaria, I like how she told us how to say her name. She said it's scenario with the A, so Scenaria.
Super, super. Yeah, because I hate getting people's, we both hate getting people's names wrong. And so it helps us when you guys can help us figure out how to say it right.
I think YouTube is a little bit far behind because on my TV, YouTube still shows Jasmine's name, and I see that we have Shopaholic. So I do think that it's a little bit behind. Someone said that we're behind. It is a little bit behind, but that's okay. What is Shopaholic asking?
Well, things end between DG and PS. Are you either DG or PS?
Right. We're not answering questions about third party. So are you DG or PS?
And this is to you,
Shopaholic. We just need to make sure that you are one of these people. I don't like to read third-party situations because it's like probing into somebody else's relationship or reading somebody else's diary. If you're a party to the situation, then I'll read it, but I'm not going to read it if you're not either of the parties. So if you're DG or PS, then I'll read it, but otherwise I'm not going to tell you.
Terry T said, I wanted to say, I appreciate Don and Miss Angie for all their guidance. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Holidays. Thank you, Terry T. You're always so sweet. Appreciate that so very much. Truly, truly do.
So, Shopaholic, please confirm if you're one of the people in this situation.
Do.
I kind of get the vibe that you're not, because I got the stand your ground, and it's kind of like stay out of it, stay back. I don't feel like you're a party to this relationship. And you're wanting to know if somebody else's situation is going to end in hopes that you will move forward. I could be wrong, but I don't get that you're a part of this situation. No, I'm not either one, but I can't come up with a different one. I want to know if Gigi and I are completely over. Yes, you are completely over. When I read your question, I want to know if DG and I are completely over. Yes, you are. I clearly hear Spirit say he's moving on. I can do the pendulum too, but they literally showed me you standing outside of the relationship, like maybe watching the relationship from afar. Like maybe you're watching them on social media and you're checking out little places where he checks in or where she checks in. I feel like you follow them and you're watching them to see if it's the demise of their relationship. And so will DG and are DG and Shopaholic completely over? And I got a yes immediately. It's starting to go to yes. So it's over, Miss DG. I mean, Miss Shopaholic.
But he told you that. I get that he's had this conversation with you, and you've heard this. He's told you this, and he's told you why. This is not just out of the blue. Somebody fell into his lap. He had this conversation with you. I don't know if you're hoping to see it's going to change. I assure you, it's not. I assure you that he has somebody else, and he was honest about that. He actually had the conversation with you. I'm hearing. I mean, I'm really understanding part of the conversation as it flowed, and it's like I can hear him talking to you, but you're saying no, it can't be, and you didn't want to let go, and you're not wanting to hear even what we're saying. But what I'm telling you is that
he got with them behind your back. Well, if that's true, why would you want to be with somebody who's deceptive in that way? Like, know your worth. Why would I want to be with somebody who cheated on me with somebody else behind my back? If he did it once, he's going to do it again. And you were thinking that the pregnancy would keep you all together, and it didn't. So what I'm hearing is, know your worth. Know that you're more valuable than that. Don't bring yourself down to just accept whatever it is that he has for you. If this person cheated on you or went behind your back and got somebody else, why would you want to come back to them? Why would you want to be with them? You said I was pregnant, so I assume that you are no longer pregnant for whatever reason. So I would think that you should just move on. Know your worth is what I'm hearing. Know that you are more valuable than that, and you deserve to be respected more than that, and that you have someone greater, or that you should desire something greater. Like set your intentions for true love, or a reciprocated love. That's what I've started to ask for, not just for love, a reciprocated love where we're giving and receiving equally, or to some degree where we're both wanting the same thing, not just love. Because you can say, I want to be in love, and then you'll be in love with somebody who's not in love with you, or you'll have somebody in love with you who you're not in love with. You want a reciprocated love where you both are, giving and taking. So change the words that you say when you say what you want for the future. But again, Spirit is telling me to tell you to know your worth. You're more valuable than what he was offering you. And so it is a painful situation because it is the holidays and most people want to have that warmth of a warm body, but they're saying, know your worth. Know that you deserve better than what he was offering you and move forward.
Shopaholic, if I could be so blunt too, is that, again, what I'm picking up is that this is not a surprise to you. This is not the first time for you. And more importantly, you came by him when he was with somebody else as well. So if he did it to somebody else, he's going to do it to you. You kind of knew it was going to happen. And so what I'm telling you is, even though you saw it happen and now you seem like you want to see if something's going to work, why would you want that? He did it to somebody else. He did it to you, and he'll do it to you again. But more importantly, the baby connection that you tried to work to make sure that it stayed, that wasn't enough, and that's not going to be enough. That wasn't part of his plan. It's part of your plan. So again, Shopaholic, I would strongly suggest move on, open your mind, heart, and soul to somebody else, but don't take somebody else's man either, because again, that didn't work this time. It's not going to work next time. Okay. Yes, I understand he betrayed you, but what I'm telling you, I'm sensing the fact that you unfortunately were with him and betraying somebody else when he found you. It's
literally like somebody came and docked you upside the head with a hammer, and you're like, oh, okay, it's okay that you keep hitting me upside the head. I'm going to keep forgiving you for just hitting me upside my head. It's literally somebody mistreating you and you being like, oh, that's okay. I'll take you back. I'll take you back. Again, know your worth. If he betrayed you, then why would you want to go back to someone who betrayed you? I understand that it's hard, but stop pining over somebody who doesn't respect you. This person obviously does not respect you enough or value you, and your feelings enough for you to be pining over them. Move on. Listen, this is what you need to say. I release the things that are no longer serve me. This relationship may no longer serve you. So just say that. You may not know what you need to release. I release those things that no longer serve me, and maybe this relationship and these feelings will go. I understand wanting a warm body. I understand, like, oh, you were more in love with this person than they were. I literally get that this person is kind of like a player vibe. Like, he was never ever really committed to any of you in any of these situations, and it's one warm body to the next warm body. I don't feel like he's dating one person. I feel like he's dating several people, and you were just in the rotation of being with that person. And I don't know if that makes it easier for you to move on, but again, do not lower your standards and let this person mistreat you in such a way. Move on and know your worth.
And listen to your spirit. Listen to your spirit guides. Listen to your inner voice, because the same situation that you ignored here when you knew he was with somebody, you said you say here clearly you didn't. We're psychic. I mean, come on, let's not go there. You did sense it. You knew it, but you didn't want to know it because it made you feel okay because you didn't know, but you knew. The point is use that same energy, that same sense in your next relationship to make sure that you're not getting that same vibe. Okay, that's my point. I'm not coming down on you on this one. What I'm saying is learn from this one. That's my key here, is learn from this one. You knew the energy, you knew what you were into, you knew the situation you were dealing with. So in your next relationship, if you sense that same thing, then you need to cut and run, because you know you've been down that road before. So don't fall for the same thing over and again. And that's what happens sometimes. We get in that cycle where we do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And guess what happens? You don't get one, because it's the same thing.
Spirit is telling me this. She's not listening to anything. She is going to call him immediately. She is going to text him. She wants to know why. She's going to claim that she wants closure, but she really wants to know if he still wants her. If he wants to come over and lay up with her, she's going to let him. In there, she's steady saying, I didn't know, but you know now. We're telling you how to move forward. You don't even want to move forward. You just want to know, does he still want me? And so it doesn't matter what we say, you're going to move forward. Whether you were blindsided or not, the relationship is done and he's moved on. He'll come back and lay up with you for sure, but you're looking for more than what he's looking for. So even if he comes back to you, it's still not going to be that you're going to let him walk all over you again. It's going to be the same situation over and over and over. Every time you let him come back, he's going to walk over you. So you're not listening to anything we're saying. You're going to go back to him immediately. And I just, you know what? I'm sorry for you.
And Shalia and Dodd, let me add this one thing. Shalia and Dodd, as I read your question, did you not hear what the conversation we just had? Because when I read that question, I'm thinking, hello, put a mirror, get a mirror, because we're reading to you in a way. And again, you said his last baby mama. I mean, it wasn't a surprise to find out he had kids.
I was just looking at her and I was about to say, Shalia, I'm not answering that question. I don't answer questions when you're not a part of the situation. I'm not going to tell you about him and his last baby mama. If you want to know about you and him, then fine, but I'm not going to tell you about a situation where you're not a party of. You're literally asking me to go into somebody else's heart, into somebody else's house or their space or their mind or their journal and tell you information about them. Would you want somebody coming on here saying, hey, tell me how Shalia and her boyfriend is doing, or are they still together? You guys have to be mindful of the questions that you're asking us to go to our guys and ask. You're asking us to spiritually go to our guys and ask you and to tell you about somebody else's relationship. I'm not going to go into their relationship and tell you about it. You can ask that person. I'll tell you about you and that person, but I will not tell you if you're a third party to a situation.
Yeah. But again, for me, my point there in making that statement to you, Shalian, is again, if you just heard the last reading we did, it is a lot of eerie facts that tend to fit your situation. And if you wanted a different result, listen to the last 5 minutes. Go back and rewind 5 minutes ago, because it's like you can plug and play yours to this one, because it sounds like you're on the same river, the river of denial. That's all I'm saying. So Next.
Just be so tied to these people. They just do y'all however, and y'all just be like whatever. Your sister don't come pick you up at is 5 minutes late to come pick you up, and you ain't never talking to them again. This person can walk all over you, kick you in the gut, kick you in the head, sleep with your best friend, your roommate, and your cousin. You still like, well, do you think he loved me? Come on now. Have more self-worth for yourself than to just take anything that anybody gives me. If you have to ask, is this person in love with their baby mama? Then this is not the situation for you. Anytime I have to question whether you love me or not, then we don't need to be together. If I have to determine whether you want me or somebody else, I'm going to tell you, have somebody else, because it's me or it's me and only me, or it's nobody else. I'm not going to compete with, does he want his baby mama or does he want me? He wants his baby mama. And if he can't decide, then that's his issue. I'm not going to deal with the foolishness. I'm worth more than that. I'm not going to deal with it. Exactly. And you guys have to know your worth. Again, tonight, know your worth. That's what we have to keep saying over and over again. Know your worth, people.
Absolutely. Next is Pamela. Pamela P. Love Ramage. And happy holidays, general reading, please. Again, Pamela, happy holidays to you as well. Hey, Linda, nice to see you in. Nice to see you in. Thanks for coming in.
I remember Pamela was the person who inboxed me about the person scamming her. She said she was trying to get her son in, so I don't know if her son got on the list, but she got on the list. A general reading. Hey, Shopaholic, we're past it. We're good. We understand. You've told us 400 times that you didn't know that this person was cheating on you. That's a moot point. We're past whether you knew or not. You know now. Let it go. You're still asking about somebody who went behind your back and cheated on you. Let it go, honey. Move forward.
She said he's not here. The son is not here.
Okay. All right, Shopaholic, have a good night. All we're saying is just love yourself more. Know that you're worth more than what this person is offering to you.
Linda says, I thought I was listening to last week's reading because wasn't this discussed last week with the baby mama? Every week.
You guys are asking the same questions over and over again about men who are mistreating you and you just don't know your worth. Like, please know that you're valuable. And I'm not being mean. I'm just saying know that you're more valuable than these disgusting men who are treating you like you are nothing, who are just disposing of you like your tissue. And Miss Shopaholic, I'm not being mean. I'm just saying you are worth more than that. And if that upsets you in any way, know that you are worth more than whatever he is offering to you. But who was next, Keena?
And GP, I wanted to thank you for the confirmation and the warm comments about today's reading with myself and Susan. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for the comment. We appreciate it. We really do. So.
And you all forget that we're psychic. We're reading your energy. You're telling us, oh, I'm not going to. And Spirit's like, yeah, they are. They're literally showing me you on the phone dialing this person up. And the way that they showed it to me, John, have you ever seen that meme of it's Tom, the cat? You remember the show Tom and Jerry, the cartoon? And it's Tom. He has those glasses on and he's dialing the number in secret so nobody can see him dialing. That's how they show me her contacting this guy. Like, you're going to call him. You may not let anybody know, but you're going to call him. Like, you guys forget that we're psychic. We can see the energy. Don't ask a question if you don't want us to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you about what I see. I am going to be honest. So even if you're not honest with yourself, Spirit is going to tell me exactly what is going on. And so I'm always trying to give you the best and most accurate healing for yourself. And tonight, it's know your worth for everybody. Know your worth.
Exactly. It's like, did you know who you asked the question of? It's like, come on, if when you came here for a reason and if you're looking for truth, we'll give it to you. It may not be the one you want, the truth you want to hear, but it's the truth from what we see. It's what we see energy wise. So,
like, I don't know any of these people personally, so why would I come up with these stories?
Exactly. Oh, Angie, I forgot to tell you, I don't think I've talked to you about this, but we had our neighbor over to visit on Saturday, and Shauna and Kenny are here as well. And so we're all having dinner, and the neighbor's telling us, well, the wife is like, oh, this is cool. I'd like to have a reading. And the neighbor's like, I'm a skeptic. This is all woo woo, and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're good. And he's like, after dinner we can have a reading. And then he's like, well, you have a real uphill road to climb because you got to convince me. And I'm thinking, I don't need to convince anybody, but I didn't. And I'm being nice. And it's like, cool.
Believe or you don't. I'm gonna tell you what I see, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly. So we sit down afterwards and with the wife, and Shauna starts doing the reading with her, right? And gives her a nice, good reading. And then Shauna looks to me and says, "You have something?" And I look at I look down, and I had laid out 4 cards, but I laid them out in a triangle. I mean, a diamond, which I never do. You know me, my usually it's 4 and 4. Well, I laid out the 4 in a diamond shape, and all of a sudden, one card was popping out, and I said, "I'm getting sister energy." Because Shauna's like, "Wait a minute, you have a spirit, right?" And I said, "I do. A spirit's here." And I said, "I'm getting sister energy, and so your sister has passed over." And then she's like, and I'm looking, and I'm thinking, well, no, it's not your sister, it's your husband's. And all of a sudden, I knew the sister's name. Her name was Kathy. And I went off on talked about the kids, the grandkid, the name of the grandkid. I got the date that she died, the years she's been dead. What happened? 11/11. Yes. I told you about it. Yeah.
I heard it this morning on with Susan.
I was roasting hot, and Shauna reached over. She's like, "Oh my God!" And she touched me, and she said, "You're on fire." I mean, this spirit was inside me. I was sobbing. I was sobbing. The woman was sobbing. We were a mess because the first time ever somebody had come in so much into me that I was in tears, and I was explaining that I'd left too soon. I had died too soon, and there was more to be done, but it was an accident. And what the hell is Asa? Whatever. Anyway, so it was the most interesting situation I had seen ever experienced, and it was such a new height. It was crazy. But yeah, we went to a whole different level. And then the husband comes in, and he sits down, and he says that I'm the skeptic, and he reminds me. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I understand. And then I said that we talked a little bit. I did. Anyway, so then so I start talking. He says, this is a very important time for our family. It's a time of year for whatever. And I said, because of your sister's passing. And I said, your sister Kathy, she passed. And he's looking over, and he said, you tell her? And she says, no, he told me. And then I start reading, and then I tell him about his other sister who passed and whatever. By the time it was over, he was in tears, and he was now a believer as well. So it's amazing,
It's amazing how you change people from just not believing to, oh my gosh. So
yeah. And so when y'all come in here, sometimes I know that this is fun and humorous, and we enjoy this. This is lighthearted, but still, if you come in here, you're asking for us, and we turn our gifts on. Don't think you can kind of buffalo us. We're not your friends and buddies who you can kind of butter and whatever and make them believe whatever. If we get it, we really do get it. It may be the truth, but not the truth you want us to know.
Exactly. So many people disguise their questions in something else, and I'll be like, no, Spirit is telling me that's not right what you want to ask. And then they're thinking that I'm being mean, but I'm not. I'm telling you exactly what. Like, I literally am going to my higher power and saying, hey, can you answer this question for them? Or, hey, is this whatever? And they're showing me, I have no knowledge of you. So what they're showing me has to be what's happening. And you can deny it if you want to. It's what they're showing me.
Yep. And you can complain to the person delivering the information, but I'm only translating and delivering. That's all.
For Miss Pamela, the 9 of Cups fell out for wish fulfillment. I get that you're trying very hard to be positive, but I feel like there's a black cloud above you, but then there's an umbrella up under the black cloud. So you're not getting the full effects of the storm. So there is a storm cloud over you, but I feel like there's a higher power or something that is in between the dark cloud and you. So it's kind of covering you. So until you can walk from under this black cloud, you're trying really hard to be positive. You are repeating the affirmations. I feel like you are stepping a little bit lighter, but it is very hard for you. You've had some storms, but I see some wish fulfillment coming through. I don't know if you're working or if you're looking for a new job, but I do see increase because I see coins falling from the sky. So for me, that's money coming in. That's good money. I also see that that you are trying to really move forward in a positive spirit. Like you're really trying hard, and there's so many things that, like, it seems like everywhere you turn there's another issue, and there's another issue, and there's another issue, and so you're fighting. So you feel like you're fighting against, you know, everything that's happening in the world. Then you're fighting against spirit, you're fighting against religion, you're fighting against everything. I've been there. Oh, you just got a new job offer. Okay, so I did see the money coming in. So definitely this should be more money for you. This should be a better opportunity. I see opportunities for advancement. So I see, like, okay, you got this, but there's this, there's this. I see you being a little bit more happier. I don't feel like your last environment was horrible, but it wasn't the best. Like your coworkers weren't the greatest to work with. And so I feel like this will be a more lighthearted atmosphere for you. I feel like overall you're a happy person. Like you're a good natured person. You're usually happy. You're usually in a good mood, and you just had a couple setbacks, but this will definitely start you on a path to something better, and you'll enjoy the work. Like I feel like this is going to be something that is going to give you worth. Not that you feel like you need to have something in your job that gives you worth, but it'll make you feel a little bit more accomplished at the end of the day. I feel like you are definitely going to, you know, enjoy what you're doing and feel like, oh, I'm really making a difference in this new position that you're having. There's something significant about Christmas. Are you looking for a new car, or are you trying to get a new car? I feel like I see a car with a bow on it for Christmas. So I don't know if this is a gift to yourself. I don't feel like someone else is giving it to you, but I feel like around Christmas, you'll find a good deal and you'll get a new vehicle. Are you looking for a new vehicle? Because I see a new vehicle for you, and it's kind of like a luxury thing, like this is what I've always wanted. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a new vehicle before, but this seems to be like a treat for you that you're giving to yourself. So I do see that coming for you, like a new vehicle. I see kids, but I don't know if they're your kids, but I hear the kids are okay. Like, if you're wondering what kind of job you did in parenting or what kind of job you were as a mother, the kids are okay. You've done the best that you can. You said you were planning on buying one in March for my B-Day. Okay, so I'm seeing it closer to December. So look for the specials around that time, because I see a big red bow on it. It could be around your birthday. Do not follow my lead and go with December, but I definitely see a new car. This would be something for you. You have an increase in income, and so it's more affordable to you. But the kids are okay. They're saying that, okay, that's what the littles, that's what I see. Okay, so you're the littles. Oh, maybe, okay, let me see. Because they were showing me kids around and they were embracing you, wanting to hug you. And so I heard the kids are okay. So maybe they're going to come and visit you soon, because I saw littles hugging you with their arms wrapped around your waist. You seem to be someone who cooks. Maybe you wanted them there for Thanksgiving and they're not going to be there, but you definitely are a person who's going to cook for them whenever they come. You're I keep hearing the word traditional. You're very much a traditional, like, grandmother, like, who cooks for them, who cares for them. And if they were closer, you would probably spend as much of your free time with them. So you do truly miss them. I don't feel like it's a big issue in the family, like you're having a tiff, like maybe it's distance that is causing you to miss them. Are you considering relocating to where they are? I don't feel like you're going to do it anytime soon, but it is something that crosses your mind every now and then. You're just not ready to go yet. You're happy with where you are. And this new job is going to give you a more sense of worth, definitely. So you're going to be doing a lot better, Miss Pamela. So things are going to look up for you. And I do see that you stepping out from under that umbrella, which means you're stepping out of that black cloud. And you'll things are going to start like more sunshine is going to be on you. So it went from like a gray, dark cloud, stormy day to maybe like a fall day, and then the sunshine. So you're going to go through a couple seasons. Like it'll be probably spring before you see for real change in like your in your happiness and your joy. But keep fighting for it. Keep pushing for it. Keep believing every single day. Keep saying your affirmations every morning. It's coming. Like I feel like you spoke this job into existence too. Like it's something that you wanted and you spoke it and it happened. And so what Spirit is telling me to tell you is to be mindful of your words. You are speaking life into your future. So be mindful of how you speak about your future, because this is an example of you speaking an opportunity into your life.
Super. Well, hopefully, Pamela, that works for you, and it's great confirmation of something that you probably needed to hear. Linda says, Don, I have more confirmation for you. A few months ago, you asked my sister, Susie Q, if she was experiencing stomach issues. She was diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus. So super, thank you for giving us the confirmation.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those things that you wish I wasn't right, but at the same time, it's nice to get confirmation. Yes. So thank you, Linda, for sharing that. And we're going to send healing energy to her. Definitely going to add her to my healing energy list. Okay.
Oh, wow. All right. Who's next?
Oh, thanks, Kina.
Oh, okay.
BP, I want to know whether I will get called for affordable housing connect apartment in a safe area in the next 3 to 4 months.
I gotta know that the housing is too high. I'll ask a pendulum, but I gotta know as I read the question. Will BP get connected with affordable housing in the next 3 to 4 months? It looked like it was going to yes, but I'm getting a no. So I'm getting no that you won't get caught for I feel like we've answered this question a number of times, and repeatedly asking it isn't going to get it get the answer to change. But I'm getting no in this situation. It just doesn't look like that's a good area for you. You may have to go outside of the area to find something more affordable. But I got a no on that, and then I did the pendulum, and I got a no too. I don't know what you're getting, Don.
No, I still see you're still stuck in the same place. I don't see you move. I don't see you move. And it's interesting because I think that Angie said something that triggered with what I'm seeing too. Is you have got to be flexible. Right now, again, you're stuck in the same place, but you need to be flexible with choices and options. And one of those is change. And you're not right now. You haven't embraced it completely. Be prepared to make a change. In other words, move. You're gonna have to change locations. Again, maybe even change cities. If you really want to make a move into a less expensive place, it's going to be a different, very different place, not just down the road, not just down the street. We're talking towns. So you may have to move 1 or 2 towns over. That's kind of what I'm getting again, because right now, nothing is changing. The situation is not changing. If anything, you're falling further and further behind because the list just keeps growing. So, and the need is growing.
And another thing, she says her job is in New York City. So this is what you're going to have to do. You're either going to have to get another job that pays enough for you to be able to afford it, or you're going to have to move out of the location of where you want the job. Technically, if I wasn't working remote, my job is probably 45 minutes from where I live. Like, I live in one city and my job is in another city. In a perfect world, we would have it the way that we want. I want a Cadillac truck. That's just not affordable for me at this point. So I live within my means. So you're either going to have to increase your income in some way or expand your thing, your vision. What they're showing me is like House Hunters are one of those shows where people think like, oh, I have to stay in this neighborhood. I have to be here. I have to be there. And then they show you the housing in that area and it's way out of your budget. And they're saying, well, let me expand it 30 minutes. Let me expand it a couple more miles, and you get something that's a little bit more affordable. Your desire may be to be in New York, but that may not be what your affordability is. And so you have to find the balance between, do I need to find more income, or do I need to push out my location? The fact that you've been on the list doesn't mean that that's going to make it happen any faster. What Spirit is telling me is, no, you're not going to get caught in the next 3 to 4 months. It's just not affordable for what your budget is.
And BP, I'm only saying because of my experience. I worked in New York City. I was a recruiter, so I worked in New York City. And New York City is not your limitation. Location is not your limitation. When you're on the East Coast and you're in New York City or in the burb of New York, any of the boroughs or anything else around it, you can jump on a train from anywhere to anywhere and get there. I lived in Pennsylvania. I lived in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And yet I would go over to Trenton, which is right across the river, because we were on Washington's Crossing, which is on the Delaware. We would go across the river into Trenton. I would jump on the train in Trenton, and within an hour, I'd be in New York City every morning and reverse it every night. I would reverse it. I would go into Penn Station, jump on the subway and go up to 51st and walk down from 51st to 48th, because I was in Rock Center area when I was doing my thing. So you don't, and when you're on the East Coast, especially in New York City in that area, transportation is so readily available. Mass transportation is so readily available and easy to use that you do not have to live in the city. You don't have to live in one of the boroughs. You can actually live in a different state. And I did. I lived 2 states down. I was not the next state, which is Jersey. I was in Pennsylvania. And still jumped on that train and went in, and it worked. So what I'm telling you is the cards are saying you need to look to change a location. You may need to live in Jersey. You may need to look at living in in the burbs of New York, not in New York City, not in one of the boroughs, but in the burbs. You may need to look elsewhere, but that doesn't mean you still can't work in New York City. It just means it may
I just don't want to pay that money. And believe me, I understand. I don't want to pay that money either. But again, you only have so many resources. You have this amount of money and you have this amount of housing. So you have to decide, do I increase my money so I can get more housing, or do I widen my location so I can get more housing? Like a lot of times people tell me, oh, well, if you go out to Maricopa, you can get more housing. Yeah, but I'm a city girl, so I have to pay that. I have to bite the bullet and pay that extra because I want to be in the city and I don't want to be out in Maricopa 30 minutes away. So you have to decide, are you going to pay that extra, or are you going to move out of the area and commute in? It's all about your balance of life. What is going to be your balance? Everything in life is a balance. You have this many resources. How are you going to distribute those resources in order to get the balance of life that you want?
And let me ask one question here, because I get a contradiction here. You said, you see where I'm coming from, and I appreciate that. You said, I can afford an expensive apartment. I just don't want to pay. Well, if you can afford an expensive apartment, how are you able to qualify for this discounted rent housing, affordable housing? I'm missing. Is that the part of the problem? Is you make too much, and is is that a problem? I'm not sure I understand. I mean, again, if you're affordable housing means you don't make a certain amount of money. You only make a certain amount of money, and that threshold is limited for those people who, again, don't make the money, but it guarantees them housing. But if you can afford expensive housing, maybe part of the problem is you make too much to qualify, and that's a blessing.
Or are you not being honest about the amount of money you make?
I didn't want to go there.
Affordable housing. Oh, okay.
Well, again, we've given you some options. We give you something to think about, which, again, my stuff was not psychic. Mine was just reality and what I knew life to be there. Again, you may have to move. The one thing I did get, though, was psychic was, again, you need to move. You need to expand your look, because, again, it's your limitations are real. And you have to understand, if I want something more, I've got to open my mind and look at other options. That's all. Okay.
Or you could do this. If you can say, look, this is where I want to be. Spirit, what do I need to do to get to that space? What are my next steps? How do I get to where I want to be? I want to live in New York. I want to pay this amount. How do I make this happen? So you can ask how that can happen, or you can try to expand your reach, but you only have a limited amount of resources. This much money, this much housing. How do you balance those out? So for you, it's finding the balance between how much you want to pay, you can afford to pay, and the location where those two meet and do not overextend you in any way.
And I would say, BP, this is a great time. Thank you, Kina, for putting this up. This is one affirmation, is I believe in infinite abundance and my wants and needs are always met. But I would also say, for you specifically, create an affirmation. And your affirmation would say, I'm living in New York City in affordable housing. Say it and say it and say it. Create your affirmation and start saying it. And guess what? In New York City in affordable housing. But be clear with what you say, because if you put that affirmation out there, and you wind up in something you didn't like, but it is affordable housing because you weren't specific, don't come crying, because I warn people, be careful with your affirmations.
Or
Make sure you say them.
ask that you don't have to be in affordable housing. You can ask for an increase in your income where you don't even need to be on affordable housing.
Exactly.
Like I know a lot of people who were used to living in a lower income range, and then when they got out of that, they still wanted the perks of being low income. If you ask to move up, then you have to deal with everything that moves you up. So maybe you could say, hey, increase my income to the point where I don't have to be on the list, where I can just afford to stay wherever I want to stay.
She just said, yeah, I got called for one in the ghetto. Again, so you're getting they're getting the options. It's just that you're
not liking them. They're showing me the 4 of Cups. You're not liking what the universe is giving to you. But again, be more specific about what you want. You want a house that is very low income, but you want it to be in a beautiful area where, that's just not going to work. You're either going to have to pay for the area. Like I like the schools where my son goes to school. So I have to pay the extra for this school. If I want to live in another area where the schools aren't as great as that, then I can pay a lower amount, but I like the school that he's in, so I pay an extra amount, or I pay whatever the rent is in this area. It's all about resources and balancing what you want in life. I have this much money, I can afford this much housing. If I want this much housing, then I need to increase my income to match that. That's all you have to do.
One more thing I could offer, VP, and then I'll not harp anymore on it. But you just said something else which is a trigger for me. And it says, and because I sometimes fight that myself, it says, yeah, I still want the perks of being low income. You hit it on the nail. If you're not low income, why would you want the perks of low income? Why? Again, if you keep telling yourself you're going to live a certain way, you're going to live a certain way. If you keep saying I'm going to live like low income, don't be surprised if you continue to live like low income, even when you're whatever. Even as you grow, you may bump your ceiling because you create your ceiling. You need to again change your mindset and say, you know what? I've earned it. I deserve it. I'm living my best life, my best self, and the money is there. And again, it's using the words and affirmations. That's all. So again, if I were you, I would stop trying to again want the perks of low income, even though you're not there, because again, you're bringing that energy in, and that energy can be damaging to you. I'm telling you, watch what you say and watch what you ask for, because you'd be surprised. They may not serve you well. Whew, okay.
You're not chronically cheap. You are aware of your expenses. You're economical. You don't want to spend too much. But in some places, I have to learn, like, there's some things you can't skimp on. Like I have this one person, she says, let me tell you something you can't skimp on: the price of a vacuum. You can't just pay a little price for a vacuum. If you want your vacuum to work, you got to pay good money for it. Because if you buy a cheap vacuum, you're going to get a cheap vacuum where you're always having some issues with it. So that was one of the things. And that was just something, like a household thing. But if you want good quality, you're going to have to pay for it. And housing is a very good investment to invest in. And so if you really want housing that is good, you may have to, increase your budget as to what you want to spend on the housing. All right, Keena, who's next? BP, you'll be fine. I think that you'll get an increased income in income before you'll get off the list. I think that that's where Spirit is trying to stretch you to see that you could have more if you would change your mindset. Stop worrying about being on the housing, and maybe they would increase your income, and you wouldn't even need that. So I think that before you get called for the list, you'll get more increase in income, and you won't even need the list. So I see greater for you if you're open to it.
Next is Lotus Siren. I want to know, are there any messages from Spirit regarding me having children?
I'll ask the pendulum. Is Lotus, because I assume that you mean biologically, is Lotus Siren going to have children biologically? I gotta know. And that was the energy that I got. Is there some medical condition or is there an age thing that is going on? I immediately heard consider adoption. But when I asked, immediately when I read the question, I got a no. And then when I just asked spirit, I got no for biologically. You having or you getting pregnant. But don't take my word on it. Anything is possible. Sorry, Lotus Siren. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's what I got. When I read the question, I got to know. When I did the pendulum, I got to know. Don, are you getting anything?
I'm getting nothing, zero, not one way or the other. So I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying.
I feel like you've been given this medical information repeatedly, and you're just holding on to a wish and a prayer that it may be something else, or that there may be a miracle. And that's you're getting older. Oh, okay. I'm getting a no.
So who is next, Kino?
That might be a good idea, Lotus Siren, to freeze your eggs and then have them have a surrogate later if that's what you want. But I don't understand why people are so opposed to adoption. There's lots of children in the system who need to be adopted, and you can have a kid right now. And for me, a little who is self-sufficient is much better than a newborn who is whining and crying and needs me 100% of the time. A little that's 5 and who can go to the bathroom on their own, brush their teeth, and get a drink out the refrigerator is perfect for me. I'd rather adopt a little who's already self-sufficient.
Angie and I've been down that road. Both of us have adopted. So you're talking to folks who lived it.
Listen, daughter changed a lot for me.
Yep. Next is Pretty Unique and general reading, please.
They still show me with your head turned back. You're moving forward, but your head is still turned back. They still show me that you're still looking back at what you had instead of forward at what you have. You're looking at what you had versus what you had, and that's why you're not making any progress. Is because you're considering going back to where you were. And I feel like I've had this conversation in depth with you about wanting to go back to where you were, because they're showing me the same parable over again, the parable with Lot and his wife and how they were rescued and how she looked back at where they were just rescued from, and she turned to a pillar of salt, because you should be looking forward at where you're going, and you can't see what's going on ahead of you, or you can't anticipate the great things that are coming for you because you're so like you literally, your head is like this. You're not literally looking at anything that is moving forward. Your head is focused back behind to what you lost. And you're so thinking, was this a good decision? Should I have left? Should I have stayed? And they're saying you either commit to fully moving forward, or you commit to fully moving back, but you can't stay in between the two. You have to decide whether you're going to fully move forward or whether you're going to step back into it. But it's a little bit of fear and it's a little bit of uncertainty. But they're saying if you fully commit to moving forward, you'll be fine. You'll see a lot more. You'll see it from a different perspective. There's a lot of great opportunity. You're just you weren't prepared for all that you were going to have to do to make things happen the way that you wanted. You thought you would go there and everything would fall in line. And it's taking a little bit more research or a little bit more effort on your part to make things happen. And they're saying, give it some time and continue to be diligent, and you'll make progress forward. So that's what I got for Pretty Unique.
Yeah, and I see it. The Eight of Wands, lots of stuff in the air. Again, a lot of stuff happening, a lot of activity, and and it's not there's no one coming in to save you from this. You're gonna have to figure out a way to resolve it yourself. There's no special magic elixir, no special person, no one's coming. Again, they're leaving it up to you to figure out a way to resolve it and to get it taken care of. And you're gonna be able to do it, but you're gonna have to be patient. and slowly work through it. Take one thing at a time, because again, this is that night, but this is a night on a cow, and cows do not walk fast. That's telling you it's a slow, steady process, not a wham, bam, thank you, done. So buckle up, and it's going to take some time. And that's probably not exciting to hear, but I can tell you that as you handle the issues one at a time and they go away, you're going to feel a lot of fulfillment from getting that accomplished that way. And again, it's not going to go perfectly straightforward. This is the Queen of Cups. And again, that's that water energy in this deck. And that water energy says be fluid and be prepared for change, because again, even when you focus on how you're going to get this resolved, it's going to not quite go this exact way. It's going to take twists and turns, but you will again get there. Keep your head down, keep focused. You'll be okay.
And Don, I got that wanting somebody to kind of direct her, save her, help her move forward. I got that kind of spirit too. And you said, oh, you're not going to get the help. You're looking for somebody to come in and help you. And that's not going to be it. You're really going to have to do this by the sweat of your brow. Yep. And then you pull that Knight of Pentacles, and it's a hard-working knight, but it's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So yep. Although it's diligence and dependability, it's also hard work. Yep. And so this is just a little bit more work than you were anticipating. And they're saying stay focused, stay diligent, but stay focused forward.
Yeah. And when you have an 8, which is what you did, remember the 8 tells you that you're getting to the end of the cycle, but you are not there, because you have to go through a 9, which is a reflective phase, and then you get to the 10, which is the end of the cycle. So again, it takes work. There's work to be done. Continue through. Nobody's going to step in and take care of you, but you're getting to the end. You are getting there. You're just not there yet.
The Knight of Pentacles is my least favorite, because I'm like, oh my gosh, they might as well just give me temperance. That just means
Amen.
It ain't happening as fast as you want.
Absolutely.
All right, Gina, who's next? Sorry, Miss Pretty Unique, but you're on the right track. I feel like that is a deeper question that you have. Am I on the right track? And you are moving forward, and you are on the right track. Shauna Foster. Oh, that's a different way to spell Shauna.
Am I missing some? I'm not sure I'm getting my things updated. Are you seeing anything beyond Lotus?
No, I don't see anything beyond Lotus either.
Yeah, it's really weird. It just like everything just stopped.
Oh, Shauna just says she's here. Okay. Are you guys not being active in the comments? Are you guys cooking? What are you guys cooking? That's what I want to know, because Keena and I haven't really decided. Like literally when Dawn and I get off live, I am going to run to the grocery store and find some kind of meat to go for us to decide to cook tomorrow. I was going to do roasted potatoes, but we literally haven't even decided what we're going to cook for tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, don't forget, please hit those buttons.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And in about 2 minutes, a little surprise.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited too, guys. We're all going to find out together, because I don't know what it is either. Hi, Blue Ocean. Hi, Jennifer. Patty Singer. Okay. Oh, Patty Singer is making turkey and brisket, cooking the brisket up tonight. That sounds so good. Oh my gosh.
I'm coming.
You guys are doing it up. Oh my gosh.
Lord have mercy. What's everybody else making? Who's making anything that's different or unusual that you bring in that you like? It's part of your
Billy,
family.
you are on the list. But you're just not yet. We're on Shauna. So Billy, you're a little bit further down the list.
Does anybody have like a family tradition which is a little different than everybody else? Maybe one dish that's kind of unique. Let us know what that might be. I'm kind of curious. I've added butternut squash cubes and then Brussels sprouts cut in half, and then put them in the oven at 400 for about 40 minutes with some bacon on top. And then when they come out, I put some balsamic glaze. Talk about heaven on earth. Right there, you got it.
Well, Pam made apple pie and salad. All right, Pam, listen. I make a salad, but Kim told me my salad was so low vibrational because it had all that ham on there.
Screw the vibration, eat the
The
salad.
lettuce. That's what I need y'all to concentrate on. The lettuce. That was the key.
I'm into kale salads now. Raw kale. I don't know what happened, but I like
really?
the flavor. Yeah, that
So
and put some cranberries.
Oh my gosh! Oh God, Don, listen, my salad. I put sunflower seeds, cranberries, pecans, cherry tomatoes, because I like that little burst when you bite into the cherry tomato. Cheese, I put my ham and my bacon. But when I went to the store, I was trying to decide on whether I wanted the mixed greens. And then they had one that was like mixed greens and kale, so it was half and half. So they have some that include the kale. Maybe I'll try that next time.
Yeah, it has a nice little additional flavor that kind of that you're not used to, because lettuce doesn't have much flavor. But when you taste that kale, there's a little bit something there, and it's not peppery. It's just there's something good about it. I love it. I love it.
I like a nice salad. Maybe I'll have that tonight. I tried to eat something else and it wasn't good, so maybe I'll make me a salad.
Over here we have a place called, as you know, Pita Jungle, and when I go to Pita Jungle, I love their Mediterranean chicken salad. Oh my God, it is so good, so good.
Maybe I'll put that
as well.
Pamela is cooking. She got turkey, ham, pot roast, mac and cheese, collard greens, potato salad, deviled eggs, green beans, roasted asparagus, stuffing, and all kinds. Well, good Lord, Pamela, who coming to dinner?
I was gonna say, Pamela, I don't remember receiving my invitation. I didn't receive my invitation.
Exactly. Good Lord.
That
Terry
is a heck of a dinner.
starving. Terry, I'm so hungry right now. Like when we leave, I'm about to murder a salad.
Oh my goodness, Pamela! I think you won the Chef of the Day award. That's for sure. My goodness! And guess what? It is now time. So get ready for the surprise.
I'm excited.
It's never too early.
So on Christmas Eve, I want to look. That snow globe makes me want to put up a tree, but I'm so lazy.
So once tonight's over, you'll not see the Thanksgiving anymore, but you know what's coming for the rest of the month and next month.
And I love it. Christmas. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to have a big giant house and just make my husband decorate, put lights all up. Don't fall off the ladder, but go ahead and put the Christmas lights up and the tree and all that. We might even buy fake snow, because that's the only way I'm dealing with snow is if it's fake and it's not cold.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, Pamela is in Ohio. Pamela, I'm sorry that you guys are going to lose the game on Saturday against U of M. She's in Ohio. She said, oh, she's from Vegas. Oh, okay. There is no way on earth I would have left the warmth to go back to the cold. No, thank you. But I will be watching the game, Ohio State against U of M. So go blue. All of you should be going for Michigan. Put go blue in there.
Julie said that she loves the Mediterranean chicken salad. Absolutely.
I've never had it.
It is so good. It is so delicious. It really is.
My stomach about to start growling in a minute. I'll be like, down, I'll be right back.
Who is next while we're growling here? Oh, Sean is next, right?
Shauna. Okay, she said general.
Is it Shawana? Is that what it's Shawana, Foster?
Oh, is it Shawana? I thought it was Shauna. Shawana might be right. All right. Yes, Michigan. Yes, go blue. All of you. Yes. Okay, Shawana Foster. You know what? My uncle used to call me Shawanda because he couldn't pronounce my name. So my my complete first name is Anjawanta. And then my middle name is Shantae. And so he used to just put them together and call me Shawanda. He was the only person that called me that.
And he's the one, though, that actually eventually came up with A5, right?
No, that was my cousin. My uncle, this was an older uncle, who was a twin to my one of my favorite aunts. He just couldn't pronounce it, so he just called me Shawanda. He put a D in it and everything. He just made up his own version of both of my names together. He just called me Shawanda. He was so off. So off.
Hopefully in a good way, though.
She says, does anyone have breakfast and lunch before Thanksgiving dinner, or do you starve before Thanksgiving dinner? Well, my aunts, when they were cooking, they would always let us get pieces of whatever it is, like maybe a little piece of ham here or there, or a little piece of something. Like maybe before they put the egg in there, give us like the little ingredients of the dressing before they put it in the oven. So or sometimes we would, I don't remember like traditional breakfast or anything like that, but I know we ate throughout the day. So I don't think that we had anything. Keena, do you remember anything? I don't remember like a traditional breakfast or lunch. It was just you ate when it was done. Oh yeah. So I don't know.
Well, we tend to have breakfast and then we take an early Thanksgiving. This year, we're going to be doing Thanksgiving at about 4, so it's going to be a little bit later than usual. But sometimes we used to eat around 2, but 2 is too early. So it's like all over the place. And that's kind of the answer. The answer doesn't really fit one thing.
Patty says she cooks breakfast and lunch is snack table with chips, dips before. Oh, that sounds good. I like that veggie thing, Miss Patty. No, John, I don't even see you on the list. If your name isn't scrolling across the bottom, then you weren't on the list, sir. But I do remember your question about getting back with your ex, and when I read it, I got a no immediately. So no, your ex isn't coming back.
Shawana, this one's for you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, this one's for you, Shawana. Again, I see also a lot of stuff's on your plate, Shawana. It's like you're trying to do a lot of things to kind of close out before the holiday season really hits you. So you need to slow down. You need to be slowing down a little bit and focusing on focusing a little bit and not be all over the place. I feel like you're kind of scattered. I feel like you have a lot of things. Again, a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on, but it's kind of taking your attention away from some of the more detailed oriented things that you need to focus and get the details done. Now, again, you're in the 9 cycle. So the 9 cycle is, again, getting close to ending all this. But again, a lot of stuff happening. So stay focused. Make sure you're paying attention. Hey, Victor, make sure you're paying attention to again, the details. Make sure you're taking issues one by one and working them. And again, as you progress through, you'll be able to celebrate one at a one. What you're trying to do now is kind of do a lot of scattershot at one time, and that's not really leading to a good result. Also, I'm getting Jackie. Do you know a Jackie? Because I'm getting a Jackie, and something about Jackie. You need to be reaching out to Jackie. Are you spending Thanksgiving with Jackie? Because again, I'm getting a Jackie. And if you're not spending Thanksgiving with Jackie, you may want to reach out to Jackie. And again, a Jackie, I'm getting a Jackie. Does that ring a bell? Jackie's your mom?
Mom. Okay. Oh.
Okay. Are you planning on spending Thanksgiving with your mom? Which is, I'm assuming again, are we right that Jackie is your mom? Is that what you're saying? Love the waiting. Like the waiting. Anyway, the point is Jackie's coming in. So no, you said mom. What the no and what's the mom? Help me out. So is there a Jackie? Let's go with that. Is there a Jackie?
Yes, Jackie is mom.
But you just
So
said
the
no.
no must be that she's not spending
Okay, spending with her. Okay, then reach out to her. Make sure that you connect with your mom. Make sure you're make sure you communicate with her and connect with her. Because again, I'm getting drawn to Jackie. I'm being drawn to Jackie. So make sure make sure you connect with her during tomorrow. Okay, super. Okay, but that's the thing is again, don't rush anything as you again try to close things out for the year. Make sure that you take them one at a time. You're slow, steady, methodical, and you'll get through them. Right now, again, you're at the 9 phase, so the 10 is around the corner. Hang with it, stay with it. To close them all down. Okay.
I'm not getting anything from Miss Shawana. I tried to do a past, present, future, which is what I was trying to pull. I just got the first card for your past, which is an 8 of Swords. What did you had an 8 down? What was it, or did you have a 9?
8 of Wands. 8 of Wands.
I have the 8 of Swords, but the 8 of Swords in your past means that you're overcoming. Like actually, it's you're feeling stuck. So all these are all little things in your life that are holding you down. So you see how, and I love the way that they do it because it shows them as all these little things are holding you down. You're trying to ascend, but all these things are holding you down. So I love the way that True Heart deck does the Eight of Swords. So this is your past energy. I'm going to try to pull another card for your present energy and your future energy. I couldn't think of anything else, so I'm doing a past, present, future. So in the past, you were feeling stuck or tied down. Your present energy is hermit mode. So maybe because of the things that you were experiencing in the back, in the situations that were holding you back, you've kind of pulled back and you're in hermit mode, but there says you're not in quite hermit mode. You're in isolation mode. There's a difference between hermit and isolation. Hermit mode is pulling back and reflecting on the things that I've learned, the lessons that I've learned, the things that have brought me to where I am, and how can I move forward in a better light than how I got here. Isolation is just pulling back and kind of ruminating on the things, like you're not really learning the lessons. You're kind of just like, oh, all these bad things happen to me. How could all these bad things happen to me? And so they're saying you're isolating, which is fine, but you need to take that step over to make it hermit, where you're actually dwelling on the lessons that you learned and not so much the issues that brought you to where you are. What lesson did I get out of this situation? These are the things that are making me feel stuck. What did I learn from that situation, and how can I move forward? So your future energy, she said, yes, I stay isolated. So let me see what your future energy is. I feel like it'll be lighter and breezier. So let me see what your, get one more card for your future energy. I love a past, present, future because it tells me if you're making progress or if you're regressing. And in this situation, you are ready to progress. So let's see what your future energy is, or where you are mentally for the future. Two cards fell out, and I'm going to take, actually three. Jesus. Let's see. So one is the Nine of Swords. That means there's things that are keeping you up at night. So even, so once you get to reflecting on the lessons and not the things, so this is you going from an 8 to a 9. So feeling stuck to letting those things keep you up. So that's your future energy. You need to get past that. I think if you get to the hermit thing, you won't be in this. But then your next card is the Princess of Coins, which is the Princess is the Page. So that's somebody coming in with new information, new opportunities. A page is always somebody who's coming in with information. So I feel like there's new opportunities that are going to come in, new information that is going to come in with you. And then the last card I got was the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. So you're doing a lot of thinking and you're doing a lot of reflecting. And so I'm getting that for your future energy. You need to let whatever this is go that is keeping you up at night. And then this information that's coming in, it'll make you walk away from whatever this situation is. So I feel like you're progressing, but it's a painful progression. So the information that is going to come in for the future will make you walk away from whatever it is that's holding you back. So that's what I got for your past, present, future.
But the one good thing to mention that I'll point out one more time is this is your future. So again, things are getting brighter. You're coming into a period of abundance. You're putting things to bed, which is great. And I'm sensing that you have two kids, a boy and a girl. Girl's the older, boy is younger. Is that right? Because I'm sensing that you're seeing them now develop and grow at a point where you're taking such pride in loving them. Do you have two kids? Are they boy, girl? And again, girl older, boy younger?
She says she's already walking away. She is losing a lot of sleep. Again, just one of the things that helped me sleep so much better and I wake up so much lighter is I just found a meditation. She says yes, I have 5, 3 boys and 2 girls.
Oh, I was 12. I was 1 and 1. I don't know. Why am I getting one's very young? Because I'm getting like the girl and then the boy, and the boy is very, very young. I'm getting a girl and boy, and are they in clumps? Are they like 3 and then 2? Because I'm getting them separated. There's, for some reason, I'm getting the young ones, and then a boy is the youngest. Is the boy youngest?
She said they are doorsteps. 15 to 19. Woo! So
you have 5 between 15 and 19.
15,
Okay, so
16,
where's the baby?
17,
Where's the baby
18,
boy then?
19. Woo! Boy is the youngest.
No, I'm seeing a young baby boy. If you don't have a baby boy, then get ready, Grandma, because baby boy is coming. Because I'm getting a baby boy energy. I'm getting a girl. So a daughter. The daughter's having a baby boy. No, there's a baby boy coming again, or unless your daughter has a baby boy. I'm getting a baby boy. No,
The
I
baby boy
understand.
is
I
15.
understand yours is 15, but what I'm saying is that if you don't have a baby boy, and I'm talking baby, not youngest boy. If you don't have a baby boy, I'm thinking I'm getting the feeling then your daughter is going to be having a baby boy this year. So be prepared, Grandma. Be prepared, Grandma.
Oh, my husband is supposed to be having a baby boy. Yep. You read exactly. So I understand the walking away. And this is why Spirit said this to me. You are making the right choice. Like you're I don't feel like you're regretting it or you're thinking, was this right? You know that you're making the right choice. I don't feel like that's something that you're questioning, but it's always good to get confirmation that the decision that you're making is good. Like I feel like your mind is made up. You're like, oh, you know your worth. I don't feel like there's any issue in you knowing your worth. You've made the decision, but it's always good to get confirmation that you are making the right decision. And they're saying that yes, you are making the right decision. Greater is for you. I feel like your spouse is saying, oh, this was a mistake. This was the first time. It was blah, 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 blah. And you're knowing your spouse and you're knowing, no, I don't want to deal with this. And so you're going to move on. But go ahead, move on. You have so much life still in you and so much more love to receive. Like you're put out there what you want. And you'll receive it, out what you want it for love and you'll receive it. Like you deserve a lot more. I feel like you've been dedicated to your children and you haven't really truly lived as the way that you wanted to and put out there what you want and you'll start receiving it in love. Because you know how to give love, but you may have forgotten how to receive it.
Well, that took a turn I did not expect.
Well,
Thank
that's
you
where the little ones.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was getting little boy. So now we know. Next. Enjoy your holiday, Shawana. Spend time with them. Enjoy. And also remember, call your mama. Call your mama. Please call your mama. Jackie. Jacqueline? Jackie? Yeah. Let's see. How you say this again? Can you remind me?
Like scenario.
Oh, scenario. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario. Would me joining the military be the best option or something else? Scenario, you're not in the U.S. You said, right? You said you're in another country. Is this the girl who's in Belgium?
Is it Belgium? I think. Are you in Belgium, Scenario? I thought so, Don.
Yeah. Because I know the military in the European military is a little bit different than our military, and so and there is no forced subscription, I don't think, in Belgium for females. So I'm just curious.
I don't get that she'll have the dedication for it. Like it's not what she's thinking it's going to be.
Ooh, no. You're going. Is actually there's somebody special coming into your life. If it's not already here, they're coming, and that somebody special is going to distract you from not going. The Lover's card is here, so again, Yeah, even if you wanted to go, by the time you get everything in place and you get down that road, I think somebody's going to come into your life or is already there.
Well, it's
That
your
is still,
family forcing you to go unless you're depending on them for your like your income and your, basic needs. If you're an independent person who's living on your own, they can't force you to go into the military. What is the reason that they're wanting you to go? Is it that you don't have any direction, or is it that you're not doing what they want, what they want you to do? I live with them. Okay.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. I see
I
that
didn't see it either.
a
I don't see
relationship.
the dedication. Even if you went, I feel like you'd be kicked out.
Yeah. I see it being preempted by a relationship. Again, I see a relationship coming in, and guess what? Your parents are going to celebrate your relationship, by the way. This is the Four of Wands. Your parents are going to celebrate this new relationship. Maybe your parents are just hoping to get you out of the house, but again, they may be thrilled because the new relationship may do that for you. So do not be surprised. But yes, I see that. And here again, two different cards say lover. So again, if you're not in a relationship yet, you will be soon. And that's what's going to save you from going there, because again, that
Yeah,
relationship.
and I got the Ace of Cups. So,
Mhm.
that's new love. That's new emotion.
That's
That's,
exactly.
what I'm saying? That's new love.
Yep.
So,
So that's what's going to keep it
come
from
back and
happening.
tell us, Sonaria. I like your name.
Mm-hmm. Not kicked out. What?
Oh, because I said she would probably be kicked out of the military.
Oh.
Not like you were a bad person, just like you just don't have the motivation to do what they want you to do. And you just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So you'll find better opportunities and it'll work out better for you. I see shiny equipment. Okay. I don't know if this is what your parents want you to do or what you want to do, but something about being a doctor, is that what they wanted you to do? Because when they show me shiny equipment like that, that usually has to do with the medical field. Or did somebody wanted you go into healthcare or something? Is that what they want you to do, or is that what you want to do? I wouldn't see them not wanting you to go into healthcare. Oh, that's what they want me to do. So I see it. I think down the line you'll see the stability in it, and you'll see see it as the opportunity that it will. You're not ready for it now because you're kind of rebelling against, I don't want to do what they say. But I think once you get into this relationship and you figure out that you need to contribute to the relationship, you'll start to look at things differently. And I think that you'll go that way. You're just not ready for it right now.
Yeah. And I think that I kind of get the feeling like you're a little bit lost scenario, and that you're again, they figured if you go into the military, it would help give you some direction or structure, because I think they feel you need one or the other, and again, the relationship is going to change that whole dynamic. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
I feel happy for you, Sonaria. Like I get a giddy feeling like this.
Yeah.
This love will make you grow up a little bit, like mature, and because you'll see the worth in being self-sufficient.
Now, wait, Scenario, help me with this, because again, you say they want you to be a doctor, like a doctor, but at the same
They
time,
want her to be an esthetician, so that's the people that works with the skin, right? And the face, clearing, you would go for like them to treat, like to give you a facial at like a salon. And then a dermatologist would be more medical, like I probably have acne and stuff that you would help me with.
But how can they want you to do that and then want you to go to the military? I don't.
Because she doesn't want to do it.
So they want.
And so they're saying, oh, if you don't want to do that, then they want her to do the dermatology and she wants to do the esthetician. So they're like, no, you need to go to the military.
It sounds like there's a lot of control issues there going on, which is beyond the scope of what we're doing here.
But like I told her, the relationship is going to help her mature, and she's going to see the value in what they're saying later on down the line. Right now, she's just a little bit rebellious. And it's not in a mean, way. It's just kind of, I don't want to do what they want to do. I want to do what I want to do. And you're not even hearing what they're saying. And so they're saying, go with something a little bit more solid, and you'll see the value in it later. You just don't see the value in it now, and that's okay. Who's next, Keena? This is Arkisha. Miss Arkisha, are you still here? Because I know, if I'm not mistaken, she's a person that works for auto industry, and she's routinely at work. Yeah. So if you're here, Miss Arkisha, let us know. I'm definitely hearing a past, present, future for you. I'm not getting anything psychically that I haven't already given you before. And so I'm asking for something new, and I just keep hearing past, present, future. So I'm going to do a past, present, future for you. But I guess I am going to keep these cards because they seem to be very good for a past, present, future. If you're here, I don't see you responding.
Again, folks, don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, follow button, please. And love, light, and energy to everyone. And when everybody
looks amazing.
Everybody, when it said Don and Angie, it also should say Keena, because Keena's part of this team. Keena, you don't see her, but believe me, without Keena, we wouldn't be doing as smoothly the things that we do here. She is key to making this what it is. So even I should have put Keena there, and I apologize to you, Keena, because it should be there. But the world knows Keena is the backbone. So y'all don't mess with Keena, by the way, because you mess with her, you mess with us, and that's not going to go.
Listen, be nice to Keena, or I will not read you.
No, I'll read you, but I'll read you for filth.
Someone was talking about, I tried to get on the list earlier, and I didn't make it. I said, listen, when it is a lot more difficult when you have to man the list and do the readings. I said, with Keena controlling the list, you can concentrate on just the readings, and you don't have to control the comments and the people. So it's a little bit different when you have to do both, and you have to be patient with whoever's doing the reading, because it is a difficult task. And so I just, we are very appreciative of Keena. That's why I say,
absolutely,
you're not nice to Keena, then you're not going to get on the list.
That's right. Keena, it looks like Arkisha has passed on through, so let's go to the next person. Crystal says, I hear that, Don. Absolutely.
Athena Pullen. Athena, are you here?
I love the name. I love that name.
Athena. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the name of the lady who owns Everything Just Rocks or something?
Athena, yeah. Her name is Athena.
Yeah. That's like only the second person I've ever heard with the real name of Athena.
Exactly. I think she was probably the first person I had ever met with that name.
The one from Just Rocks, right? Yeah.
Okay, Athena is here. So she said, what is coming up? Okay. Oh my gosh. I literally heard like a boom, like a celebration. Like, as soon as I read your question, what is coming up? When I read the up, I heard a big boom, a pop, like a rock. Rock. Are you thinking about going to Are you thinking about going to like a rock concert or something? Like, there was a big celebration, but I want to make sure it's not just you going to a concert and it's the concert starting, because I got rock, and then I saw music, then I saw stage, and I'm thinking like, oh, maybe she's going to a rock concert. So I saw that, but I get an overall excited feel about something that you're anticipating doing. So I get goodness for you there. And then what comes out is the sun card. That's almost one of the best cards in the deck. The sun is shining. That is good stuff. Some flowers, this is all good stuff. This is good things that are coming for you. The sun is one of the best cards in the in there. She says no on the I guess on the rock concert. Well, I get a big boom, I get a big celebration, and I get the stage. And so I was thinking rock concert or some kind of concert or some venue where you're watching people on a stage. I see it clearly. So maybe the opportunity is going to come up to you, but I do see you out at some event, some kind of concert where there's people on stage and you're watching them from the audience. I get that you're going to enter more happier times. I feel like you've come from a long period of kind of sadness, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be necessarily strife is the word that they're giving me, but it wasn't always the greatest times. Like it wasn't always happiness and joy. There was a lot of sadness back to back to back, like wow, from one situation to another situation. And so you had a lot of sadness. And so they're showing me that you're going to move over to joy. You're about to enter a time where you're going to have a period of joy, where good things are going to happen. You're going to have celebrations. I see like baby showers and I see like weddings and I see things like that, like you attending a lot of events and getting out more, because I feel like that's who you truly are. You just have had some situations where sadness or life kind of wasn't the greatest for you. And so they're letting me know that you are going to enter a period of happiness. Like, I feel like that's something you've asked over and over. When is this going to be over? When am I going to be happy? And they're saying it's coming. So that's what I got.
Well, it's interesting. I pulled 3 cards, past, present, and future, one for each, and each of them were major arcana, which tells you it's kind of an interesting.
Lots of change.
Absolutely. And the middle card, guess what it was? The present card, the Tower card. So change. That's what you're. I think that's what you're getting, Angie. Was that change? So when you said that, I was not surprised, because that was it. And it's interesting because you're in control of your life at this point, which is nice, and you have dominion. But change is coming, and this change isn't always your change. It isn't a change that you instituted necessarily. So again, this is a change that's coming. Ride with it, go with the flow, find a way to make it work to your advantage, and it's going to help you kind of realign yourself. Because again, it's like this is a time of transition, transition is the best word I can think of. And as you transition through this change, through this opportunity, it's going to open you up to a whole new area of enlightenment and also a new area of understanding, which could even impact your position in your, in your, when I say position, I mean your job, because it could open up an opportunity that you see that maybe you're not serving yourself well by what you're doing, or maybe you're not maximizing your full potential. And so through this transition and this change, you find your way into some new opportunity or career. Which again is that transition into a more something that's more in line, which is that star, more in line with what you wanted to do, what your path is. So don't be surprised if this transition is more instructive and more beneficial than you could have imagined. But we fear transitions sometimes. We fear change. Not this time. Don't fear this one. Ride the wave. That's what I'm saying. So
the last card that I got for you are the 4 swords, which means you may want to rest a little bit now before this change actually takes place. So if you have any downtime, enjoy it. Get some just leisurely time. Like, rest doesn't mean you have to be asleep. It could just be you, again, sitting down, watching TV, enjoying doing nothing. Just get a little bit of rest before everything revs up, because your 2023 is about to be amazing.
Super. Rebecca, sorry, unfortunately, the list is closed for the evening, so the list is no longer open for new readings. But if you join us tomorrow morning, it'll be myself and Shauna tomorrow morning. Angie may be back. She's planning on being
Thanksgiving. Can you believe that?
I know.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. And then Angie is back on Sunday. And so you can keep an eye out. Everybody, if you're on YouTube and you subscribe on YouTube specifically, and hit that little icon bell beside it, it'll tell you every time we go live. Again, whichever one you subscribe to. And if you are on my YouTube or Facebook page and have yet not followed and subscribed on Angie's, please do so before this evening. We'd appreciate it. And the opposite, if you're on Angie's, if you could do us the favor and go over to mine, either YouTube, Facebook, or both, that would be even better. Click the subscribe buttons and follow buttons, okay? And while you're at it, don't forget to hit those share buttons, folks. look at the numbers of people in the room and look how number of the shares are or likes. I mean the likes. Those like buttons should be equal to the people in the room. So
Exactly.
help us out with the like
share,
buttons, please.
comment, and subscribe, people.
Absolutely. And Linda was on earlier, by the way, and Linda said she was packing. That's why she was running late. She was packing for a trip. So
Oh, does that mean she's coming here?
Linda is coming. Linda and JoJo are coming.
Hey.
Yes, they're going to make it. Absolutely.
Well, that's even better. I was hoping that they would be able to make it.
Yes, yes. Yep, they let us know today, and I'm so happy. Or last night, I think it was. Anyway, but yeah, I'm so glad they're coming. I'm so glad they're coming. So,
Well,
and for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we're having what's called the Psychic Palooza on Saturday at my house for everybody who's part of the Tuesday class and part of the network of psychics and card readers and everything else that we have developed over time. So there will be at our house on Tuesday. I mean, it's on Saturday. And can you imagine the energy? I'm telling you, I can't wait to feel all that energy.
So many with all those abilities under one roof. Oh my gosh.
The roof is on fire.
Alcohol everywhere. Oh my God.
Yes.
We might see all kinds of spirits.
I think we need to make sure we try to focus all that spirit on one thing and then just like whatever it is and blow the world away. It'd be funny. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be amazing. I am so happy. I'm looking for a little dress right now.
Yes. And I'm looking forward. I'm making ribs and brisket and some other things. And Sean is making the mac and cheese. And JoJo said she's going to bring tiramisu. Oh, Lord, we're going to be eating.
Exactly.
Which is not a bad thing.
I love it.
Who is next, Kina?
Patricia V.
Yeah, we have people coming in from California, from Florida. We were going to West Virginia, but unfortunately that didn't pan out. But we have people come from different states as well. It's not all just locals. They're coming in from different places. It's going to be fun. Oh, there's Linda. The universe granted my wish. There you go. Exactly. And JoJo right there too said, yep. So, yep, they'll be making it. We're looking forward to seeing you guys again.
I'm so excited. Like, Dawn, I am just tickled pink.
Let's see. What are F the Scorpio true feelings toward me? For Patricia V. Patricia. She's in the house, by the way, she said. Let's see. I'm bringing bread pudding, says Linda, with whiskey sauce. Oh, Ed will love you. Ed will love you forever. He loves bread pudding, one of his favorites. Let's see. He survived, so now we can leave. Super. Meant to be. Uh-oh.
Then she read, he survived, so now we can leave. And it just tickled me so much when I read it. Oh my gosh, Lord. We are on the same page, JoJo. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull a card on that because I'm not getting anything psychically. I'm not even getting a yes or a no or any kind of emotion. So I'm wondering.
You're right.
Is this a true relationship? Like, are you two actively dating? Because I don't get any connection at all. Patricia. I'm not getting anything. And that's why I was going to the cards, because I wasn't feeling any connection between you two at all.
They're dating.
Oh, okay. Does that mean you're talking on the phone, or does that mean you're seeing each other in person? Because dating is a lot. And if you're not having physical contact with this person, well, even if you are actively dating and having physical dates, I'm not getting any emotion towards you from this person. So I don't know if it hasn't gotten to the point where he's developed feelings for you, but I'm not getting that you two are having any, I'm not getting any future energy for you, and I'm not getting any feelings from him towards you. No, I'm not even getting like, oh, he doesn't like you. I'm not getting any feelings at all or any connection for you too. So that's what I got down.
Super. Well, hopefully it helps you. Patricia, next in line is Patty Singer. Patty Singer is asking that, will they find the problem with my daughter-in-law's health? I'm really worried about her. Now, before we do anything, Patricia, Patty, make sure you remember, we do not diagnose. We're not doctors. We're not none of that. So when we talk, we're talking in generalities, but not about diagnosing. That's not what we do. Just to make sure that we don't offend anybody or make you feel uncomfortable, because if we didn't fulfill whatever the anticipation is we're not going to tell you, whatever the illness is, because we're not physicians. We don't diagnose.
First of all, this isn't you. So I don't feel comfortable telling you about somebody else's health. Maybe she doesn't want you to know. So I don't have any opinion on your daughter-in-law.
Yeah, if you could, the best thing, Patty, is if you could have her maybe reach out to us. We could speak to her and maybe address that. But again, we can't diagnose. So if you're looking for generalities, is she going to be around next year or something? Maybe that's the concept you're asking. I don't know. But again, it's like third party stuff. We don't do. We try to
I
avoid.
do get a lot of fear in Patty. I do feel your fear, Patty. Like you very much are worried. So I can talk about you and how you are seeing the situation. And what they're telling me is to tell you to make sure you're listening to what the doctor is saying. Like clearly get an understanding as to what they're saying, because it may sound a lot more technical or a lot more severe than it is until you ask. So they're saying, make sure you're paying attention to what the doctor's saying and you're asking questions. Well, what does that mean? What do we have to do? Or what does that mean? So make sure you're getting a clear understanding from the doctor. And you're kind of stepping outside of your fear, because your fear is paralyzing you a little bit and you're in panic mode. And so they're saying, step outside of your fear, listen to exactly what the doctor is saying, get an understanding, and it may not sound as bad as you think it is. So that's what I got for you, Miss Patty.
Okay. And Patty, who is Dan? If there's a Dan around this situation, a guy named Dan. I don't know if he's a physician or whether he's staff or something. There's a Dan that's around the situation. That Dan is probably more knowledgeable than most on what's happening. So if and when you see a Dan, again, I don't know if he's a physician or whether he is somehow.
I was thinking a doctor too, Don.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I'm getting a Dan. So look to a Dan. When a Dan comes around, the Dan is going to probably have the most accurate and helpful information you're going to get, and be very useful in this situation. So watch out for the Dan. I'm getting the Dan. Okay.
Okay, maybe that'll be the person that you'll meet. But pay attention. Don got the doctor's name, and I got that you need to pay attention to what the doctor is saying. So listen to what is being said and ask questions, and then you'll get the understanding that you need about her health. Because I think that the lack of understanding of what the diagnosis is or what they're saying is making you a little bit more fearful than you need to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, who's next?
Next. Vanessa Cartwright asks, am I going in the right direction with city contract?
I gotta know, but I'll do the pendulum. I immediately heard no as I read the last word. Is Vanessa going in the right direction with the city contract? The pendulum gave me a no also. I'll pull one card and see what I get, but I gotta know with that. And I heard that you don't really want to do it. Is there a lot of restrictions with a city contract? I feel like there's a lot of restrictions that you don't want to deal with, but you were thinking about just, grinning and bearing it for the sake of the contract, but it's not really what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned for you because I think I'm worried about the numbers. I don't think the numbers are going to play out. I'm worried about the numbers because again, this is what this card is telling me. This is saying that there's some part of it that you may have underestimated or may not have fleshed out the numbers well enough. And I'm thinking that this may wind up being something that comes back on you in a negative way financially. Again, you may not be making the money that you're thinking you're making. And it's interesting because I'm looking at these cards. The 33 is here. And the 33 along with this card again is worrying me. It's telling me that look to the numbers. So I would suggest to you to review your numbers, make sure your numbers are right. I'm getting the feeling that again you're going to take a loss on this contract if you're not careful, because again there's some assumption that you placed in your numbers that isn't going to play out quite right, or you missed a number completely. I'm not exactly sure which way it reads. So go back and really scour the books quickly and well. I mean, not quickly. Go back. Well, quickly, yes. Do it now or assume, but review the numbers and the assumptions, because I'm thinking there's something missed. And if it is, it can be corrected. If it is corrected, I think you're going to be a happy camper because that's this. But the problem is it's going to be uphill climb to correct it. See that climb? It's going to be uphill climb to make that.
What card is that, darling?
I'm sorry?
What card is that with the ladder?
Three of wands.
Oh, really? I like that.
Yeah.
That's a different interpretation. I like that.
It is. And that's what gives this whole deck a very different feel for me, which I love. So again, it could be uphill climb for that. But again, if you make the corrections, you may wind up celebrating because it may turn out. So, and I think there is it's interesting because there's like a residuary clause. See this here? There's a residuary clause, a clause where you can go back and make amendments within a certain period of time, within limitations. And I think you can correct it. So I think you can fix the problem if you get it now and get it soon. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to. I just don't think it's going to be the what you thought it would be. And I think it's and look at that. You don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that. So there you go. That's what I'm getting. So again, not totally bad news, not completely bad news. I'm just saying there's a flaw, and if you can fix the flaw, review the contract, find where the issue is, because it's gonna jump out at you. It's like the snake sitting there. It's gonna spring out at you. You will see it. And if you can fix it, then I think it's going to be beneficial. But in its present form, I don't think so. So, who is next? Folks, by the way, before we read this person, again, Angie and Kina and I wish to send you blessings for the holidays. Even if you're not celebrating the holidays, we love the energy and the blessings and love we're sending are for you and your family anyway. So this is coming your way. And don't forget to hit those like, share, subscribe. Back at it.
How much you did today? We're at 2 hours and about 15 minutes.
Nice. Thank you everybody for staying with us and popping in. And we're getting close to the end of the year, and we've been at this for a number of months now, quite a few months.
Oh my gosh. I think back and I'm like, oh my goodness. Hold on. Someone's at my door. Let me go see who this is.
And we've really, it's interesting because we've kind of grown in these roles with the comfort zone that technology brings us and so forth. But more importantly, we've grown to have a family out there. You guys have become a family to us, and we truly, truly appreciate that. There are a number of you who come on all the time, and you're here with us, and you offer your information and so forth, and we love it. We appreciate that so very much, and that's kind of what the spirit of the season is as well. So again, thank you all for coming in and joining us continuously. We love it, and that goes with everybody else, like with Shauna and with Susan and with Alicia and Kina and everybody else. So again, we truly appreciate it. We truly, truly do. With that said, our next reading is Billy Joe Ellis. And she says, what do you see coming for me in the month of December, please?
So before we just got the phantom knock at our door, I was in her energy for December.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got an overall good feeling. Let me see if I can tap back in. I got kind of if you're downtown, you know, there's that tunnel area where you go through.
7th Avenue?
Yes.
7th Avenue. Mm-hmm.
So there is, that's what they're showing me, you driving in and out of traffic like that. So I feel like you're about to have some crazy night, some crazy night out on the town. Not anything that would get you in trouble, but some good times and some joy and some fun, like some girls' nights. I see some celebrations. They're showing me a 3 of Cups. But they're showing it to me from this deck, which is the 3 ladies with their arms interlocked, and they're walking forward and they're having a celebration. So I see like you getting out more, you having more fun, you enjoying yourself, and you being a little bit out of your comfort zone and a little bit out of your norm. Like, oh, I wouldn't normally do this, but hey, let's try something different in order to get a different result. So you seem to be very much open to trying new things, and that's a good thing. So that's what I got down.
Let's see what I get. Do, 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 do. Billy Joe, is there an anniversary? Is there an anniversary of a passing that happens in December? Somebody who passed many, in the past, a number of years ago, maybe not so soon. But anyway, is there an anniversary? Because, and it's not a spirit here. Don't worry. We're not going spirit wise. I know the difference. This is not spirit, but I'm feeling like there's an anniversary of a passing or acknowledgement of a passing that happens in December. That for some reason is going to create an opportunity for you to become not a reunion, because it's not like a reunion as in you expect reunions, but an opportunity to reunite with someone, and somebody who was connected to that passing, somebody who was, I don't know if it was like a girlfriend or a significant other or some kind that was attached to that passing. But again, there's somebody who passed in December. You will be having that passing and that anniversary will bring somebody into your life again, somebody whom you had once known, again, return. And they're going to bring back such great memories and give you such a feeling of life and happiness and love, and maybe even take your mind to a different place than it was when somebody had passed.
Oh,
So,
her brother passed, and his birthday's in December.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense then. So don't be surprised if somebody else, again, in December, somebody will be coming based on this information, somebody will be coming in. And when they come in, again, it's going to create that again, a renewed situation. Again, this is from, so get prepared. December is going to bring you more than just Christmas. It's going to bring you an opportunity to reunite with somebody and to, I don't know, just to celebrate a little bit, just to celebrate the memory, the memory of the person, and remind you of that commonality, that bond. So, and I'm loving that feeling, by the way. It's such a warm and wonderful feeling. So use it to your full advantage. I'm telling you, take advantage of that opportunity and make sure that you express all of the love and that you felt for your brother, all of the wonderful things that he brought to you and your family. Okay, so know that's coming. Anything else you have, Angie?
Nope, that was it.
All righty then. Well, damn, I think that was it, right, Keenan? That was the last one, or do we have one more?
Nope, that was it.
Yes. Well, my goodness. We're going to get you guys off of here at a reasonable time tonight.
You guys can go and finish making those pies and stuffing those turkeys and all that stuff.
Exactly. But hey, we appreciate everybody for coming in. And again, we truly do want to wish you all a very warm and wonderful holiday. If you're not celebrating tomorrow, again, we understand Canada had theirs last month and other countries don't celebrate this one holiday. but know that you can share in our love and light and our respect and appreciation for you guys.
And of course, you'll be back on in the morning. So I'm tuning in the morning while I'm figuring out what we cook.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, you can get one tomorrow, anybody or everybody or somebody. But believe me, if you did get a reading tonight, come in tomorrow, but don't expect to get a reading tomorrow, please, because there'll probably be people who haven't come in. And if you could give them the opportunity, that would be great. Not that I don't want you in, because I do. Come on in.
Share so that more people know that we're out here. We want to help
Exactly.
lots more people.
Julie says thank you. Billy Joe says thank you. Julie says thank you. We appreciate all three of you and the rest of the JSS family. Thank you, Julie. We appreciate that too. Absolutely.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's in the comments and who's watching us live. Be safe and just have fun and laugh. It's not that serious.
Exactly. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.